Hi, Sagittarius. I know y'all, you know what? I took the day and I stayed in bed and I watched $1 Million Listing all day because I love reality shows. So, but now we're going to take a look at the synchronicities coming in. But of course, because how could you not know? It's all people have talked about all week is this full moon happening tomorrow because there's a lot going on. And so I said, you know what? I don't feel like the full week ahead reading. I'm going to wait until Tuesday until the big energy somewhat passes because, this is about releasing and change and there's so much going on. And I am seeing a lot here in terms of people. So there may be, some really big changes coming in your relationships because we are seeing something with Venus as well. So just saying, okay? So this may or may not be for you. Remember that this is a collective reading. If it's not for you, it just isn't. It just isn't. But these are some signs you may be seeing this week. And we keep seeing that there's an ending. And let me just say, I do feel as if there is an ending coming in for some. And it actually can show up as some things that have been blocking you, or it can show up as an actual relationship. Let's get into it. And if you're looking to book a reading, you can always find that information in the description box. But let's see. Sagittarius. Underneath the deck is the Lovers. That's you trying to make a decision. And you're trying to make a good decision about some sort of change. Okay? Can also be about a conflict. Maybe, but it could be that you're just feeling conflicted. I feel like whatever it is, whatever decision you're trying to come to, because it could be about work, because the Eight of Pentacles is here. But I also feel like that's you, whether it's a relationship or it's work, it's just you talking with other people, specifically people you trust would be the Three of Cups, right? About what to do in this situation. Now we are seeing the Five of Wands. This could have been about a disagreement that you had with someone, a run-in. Maybe you're trying to get different perspective on it. Because, competition is here. The Five of Wands is all of that. Like it's kind of like, for me, it's when people make things bigger than they need to be, right? And so you could be asking other people if, like, should I even work on this? Like, is it worth me putting effort into? And so that's underneath the deck, which is interesting. Very interesting. Maybe it's about, you trying to figure out with another person and getting people's, like, perspective on these people to figure out if you should continue to put any effort into it or just, walk away with the Five of Swords. I kind of feel like maybe on some level you might want to, like, be checking with other people, say, and kind of see that you're not being some kind of way. You know what I mean? Kind of get a view from the outside. So boundaries is here, so you might start seeing fences. And there were a lot of cards that came out for this, Sagittarius. So keep in mind, too, fences also keep us in. And I think I talked about this earlier in the week. In regards to setting boundaries for yourself that might actually cause blockage for you. But I do also see this energy where you're trying to, it kind of feels like you may have even held on to someone, like the thought that something would work out. Because, but I feel like with the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups reversed, there's so many reversals. The Page of Wands reversed, the Empress reversed, the Page of Pentacles reversed. and the Knight of Wands reversed. Like, so many no's, right? So many no's. And we're also seeing the Emperor reversed in the endings. Like, you may have been holding on to a person that you may have felt like was your ideal person, right? That's the Emperor and Empress. That's the power couple. That's the person I'm supposed to be with, blah, 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 right? And I mean, I kind of feel like you're able to see at this point, or you're going to, is that how much this has held you back. You know, that it didn't empower you. Like, the relationship didn't empower you. So yeah, it's kind of like I couldn't have possibly have been meant to be with this person. You know, and I think sometimes we get so lost in that, you know, the one person and all of the, you know, information we see out here on the internet about the soulmates and the twin flames, and even the twin flames. Maybe for you, if you have been on a twin flame journey, that it's time for you to cut it off. This very much feels like cutting a soul tie. Someone that you had a soul tie with, and usually that's just for a lesson. And it just very much feels like that's over. You know, it does. It feels like it's over. It feels like you are coming to terms with it too. That it wasn't meant to be. That, you know, maybe it was meant to be for a time. But, you know, it's funny too, because I feel like maybe even holding on to it may be hurting you in a way, you know, and don't read too much into that if this isn't your situation, you know. But I do kind of feel like this is the energy of, you know, accepting that something isn't coming back together, and that it wasn't, and it's not good for you to hold on to anything, because with the Empress reverse, that can really affect your health, you know. And you may be like, definitely affected your energy in just kind of a stuck sort of way, quite honestly. You know, because with the Knight of Wands reverse being here and the Page of Pentacles reversed, I just feel like you're able to see that something was a lesson for you. You know, maybe a lesson in terms of, you know, not thinking things out. You know, that's so many reversals, you know. And I just feel like you definitely, if this is a person, I feel like you've accepted the end of it, you know. And I do feel like there is this energy of being able to let go of things, you know, realizing that the things that we hold on to hold us back. And that can be self-limiting beliefs, that can be the past, it can be a person, but it's pretty deep, right? And then there's joy coming in, because you're investing now in stability, in things that work, in things that you want to put, and maybe even thinking about it. What do I want to put my energy into for the long term? You know, so there is a big transformation coming here. You know, if this is a person, and there could be a King of Pentacles coming into your life that is really making you feel like you're worth it. And I mean, the Empress reverse doesn't. You know, it's a big difference in people if this is people for you. You know, this would be someone who takes their time, but I feel like you really are figuring out what going forward is supposed to be about for you. So, you know, if this is about people for you, then yes. But if this is just energies for you, there's definitely a big release that is leading towards a direction that will be very stable for you. You know, very stable and very much about taking the time. I love it. So endings. I feel like for some, it definitely, I mean, letting go of the way you thought things would go, especially, and maybe also being the one who does everything. Yeah, you know, that can be that emperor energy too. If it's I definitely kind of feel like there is a relationship that is breaking up. It's like seeing how it was just weight, you know, and part of the past. So there is definitely this whole sense of closure, completion, getting rid of what is heavy, which has a lot to do with doing the work, you know, and what's working. What feels like it's a monkey on your back, and what is working. You know, what feels good. I feel like that is very much part of what is going on. So, yes, I mean, it can be all kinds of things, right? And good luck is coming. Look at this. Good luck is coming. And this might be you know, may show up as a person, because we are seeing the King and Queen of Cups. And the timing here is 6 months. So it could happen anywhere from now until 6 months. You know, we do have eclipse season starts in September. So, you know, you decide. But I feel like this may be a good relationship coming in your life, or a partnership, whatever it is. I mean, it could be business partnership, a love relationship, but it's something that works, right? And it is because of all these changes that you're making. You know, you're not holding on to things that don't work anymore. And I feel like that's a really good thing. Yeah, so what you don't know is difficult road, release judgment. A lot here about releasing baggage, Sag. And especially the baggage of the past. And maybe even making a decision to move on from something. And it's been hard to do that, but I feel like you are, Sag, honestly. I feel like you are. So let's take a look at the mystery predictions. Sagittarius, 6 of Diamonds, 2 of Spades, 7 of Clubs, and the 4 of Spades. Interesting. Interesting, Sagittarius. So it might be wise for you at this point to kind of work on your spending. You know, we like to spend money, but you may need to, you know, budget your money or save your money. And you know, you may be making a choice that is going to require you to do that. Now, that can look like anything. Maybe you move to a place that is more expensive for you, or maybe you're trying to do something and it's going to cost you money and is going to require money, and it is requiring you to be better with your money, to save more money, right? But I feel like this is a good thing, you know. And 7 of Clubs, you're being open with someone, possibly. So you could be doing whatever you're doing here. You may be doing it with another person. Maybe you're talking about the fact that you don't know if you'll have all the money, right? Or something like that. But you would really be rewarded if you did discuss this with, like, it's coming up for you to discuss it. And it's kind of telling you that that would be a good idea. Maybe that person can help you, you know, in terms of that money. So, where's the... Okay, Sag. So, we're going to see, get some final words from your spirit guides. And I can honestly tell you there is a big shift coming. There really is. And I feel like this is part of what all of this is about. So, yes. Maybe you're just not holding on to your old life anymore. Okay, so what are your final words for Sagittarius? Oh boy. Rough road again. Oh my gosh. So prepare carefully before you continue, for it's a long journey ahead. Stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. And, start finding balance in your life. Which is telling you to not just concentrate on money or not just concentrate on love. Focus on everything. And I feel like, is it going to be a long journey? Maybe. Aren't they all? Aren't they all? And I feel like it may, healing may have been a long journey for you that is specifically is aligning you with what your dreams are. So let's get one more for the rough road. Okay, there you go. New heights, let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. I do think this is what it is. I do think you may be approaching new dreams. And, if you've already been going after something specific, it's been a long road. And there's still a balancing happening. And definitely healing, right? Healing, stay, and just not giving up, staying with the dream even when it's hard. Because things are going to balance out for you. Yes. Okay. I love it, Sag. I love it. So that's what I have for you. I hope that you have the best night ever. Toodles.